これがレクイエムだ。
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to BazarreCast, and today we're going to show you our ninja way. Where, as always, I have Chip here and another special guest, Yelp Boy Craigslist. Does anybody want to take it from
Hello.
here?
Yeah, I think the main topic of this, also nice to meet you, Craig,
Nice to meet you
is
too.
Naruto, right?
Yep.
So, my understanding of Naruto, I've had a ton of people recommend it to me, is that this little blonde idiot child runs around and does American Sign Language to cast spells and do ninja magic and shit. Is that pretty close?
That's a pretty good representation of it, yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. Just checking to see if I was too far off the mark there.
I mean, we can't forget about the one big thing, the big titty lady that artificially makes herself look younger.
Oh yeah, Tsunade. The MILF.
Hold on.
This is the best part about doing these kind of episodes, is when Chip has to look up the characters.
Okay. How old is this woman?
Like 100 or something.
I mean, she's like 70 in the current series.
Huh.
Oh, well. I knew she was like really old, but she uses a illusion jutsu to look young. Or
Gotcha.
younger.
Gotcha. So, could you summarize the plot of Naruto in a couple minutes? Because I have no idea what the plot is. I know there's Orochimaru, the Snake Man, and then the Sharingans.
I always love that meme that it's like uh first mission, go and save the cat, last mission, kill God.
Yeah.
That's basically Naruto. Like that's my briefest summary I can give.
It's really hard to think about how the way things escalated in it from
It really is. Like
especially from the first series to Shippuden, it goes from like, oh no, creepy snake Michael Jackson wants to steal my skin to, oh my god, the moon is invading us.
yeah, it goes from like, oh no, this creepy guy that does serpent stuff wants to take my best friend. I need to save my best friend. To, oh, now the moon god's gonna fight me? What?
I feel like I'm missing a little something there. I still
Yeah,
have no idea what I get a general idea of what the plot is, but what the hell leads to those situations?
Well,
I'm gonna be honest. The moon god kind of just comes out of nowhere at the end. Like it kind of escalates to this whole war where it's really hard to explain how like it gets into it, if I'm being honest.
Huh.
A lot builds up to them going to this big war against a couple dudes, honestly, who just reanimate people from the dead.
Well, they bring back the dead?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like some like legendary fighters.
Gotcha.
And
So,
the
oh,
big
you
like bad for a while was like Madara. This big,
Madara?
yeah.
Who's that?
He's a Uchiha, one of the like deadly clans with ocular jutsu, like
Ocular
weird
Jutsu.
eyes that do weird shit.
That's the red eye, isn't it?
Sharingan.
I thought someone just farted on their pillow.
Oh, the Renegon. Yeah, no, he's got pink eye.
So, it starts with, I guess, episode 1, saving a cat. It goes to kill the moon god. What happens in between? What am I missing there?
I don't know. What would you say, Quentin, about it?
well, I think it would all start with when Naruto met Sasuke and they kissed.
Oh yeah. No, that's the real beginning of Naruto. Like, yeah.
If I was to explain Naruto poorly, it's about two boys who've been in love since they were children, afraid to admit that they love each other and coming out of the closet.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that helps paint a bit better of a
It is
picture.
another.
It's the goth kid is too afraid to admit that he likes the peppy kid, so he goes and joins like the Sith
Yeah.
basically, and he acts out because he's like, "Oh, I'm so emo."
Yeah. Naruto, you don't know what pain is. God. That's what it feels like for the longest time.
Damn, Naruto, you didn't listen to 3 Days Grace in Linkin Park.
Fucking hell.
So, but yeah, I mean, them kissing is like a big deal.
Oh, did that actually happen?
It actually
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, like the first day of like their class together, Naruto's standing on the desk, and he goes to lean over and get in Sasuke's face, and he trips and kisses him.
Was a major plot point that was on purpose? Like,
No,
that's a shame.
it's just like embarrasses the two of them, and everyone kind of just like, and kind of laughs about it.
No one ever lets them live it down, though? Or is it never mentioned again?
It might be mentioned a time or two again, but I don't think it's like brought up a lot.
It's
Gotcha.
mostly
It's just fans.
it's mostly when the women like talk about Sasuke and they're like, "Oh, but
Yeah.
he kissed Naruto."
Yeah.
So, what are some of these powers that the ninjas have? Like, what are some pretty famous ones there?
So usually there's just like what's called jutsus. They're like elemental types. So you'll have like fire, wind, earth, lightning, water.
Wood.
But then yeah, wood. I was gonna say, but wood's a Kekkei, which are powers that are combined elements.
Oh,
So certain people with bloodlines have like special powers, which also Sharingan's a Kekkei, which occurs in people's eyes of the Uchiha clan. There are like, and there are other like ocular powers like the Byakugan of the Hyuga clan, which enhances like their abilities too.
I don't think we can forget about the most powerful power, which is the taijutsu. It's literally how much fucking effort you put into it. You can unlock parts of your body to
The eight gates.
it's basically yoga on crack.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the eight. Yeah, there's also the eight gates with taijutsu where like you unlock more and more like chakra gates in your body, unleashing like more raw chakra to use to punch harder. And then like if you break the eighth gate of death, you end up dying afterwards, but you're able to destroy anything in your path.
Yeah. The guy who did that made bowl cuts cool for like a day.
it wasn't
But
Rock Lee. Was
it was his sensei, Mike Guy.
Gotcha.
But actually Mike Guy is the only person to go eight gates and survive.
Oh, he lived?
Well,
Because Naruto saved him.
Nice. What
Yeah.
a guy.
Yeah,
He
Mike
got
got,
us.
like he's like the best. He's one of the best characters.
Yeah, he honestly is. Like if he didn't survive, I would have cried.
Let's see what else there is. So this is Mike Guy.
So, let's take a look. I like him. So there's a lot of Naruto series. Is there like a canonical order that they're in, or is it chronological?
It goes
like
Naruto, or Naruto, yeah, and then Naruto Shippuden.
Okay. Isn't there a third one?
It's Boruto after that.
We don't
That's the
talk. We
one.
don't talk about Boruto.
But we don't mention Boruto. I've only watched like the first 10 episodes, and we don't talk about Boruto.
Okay, we don't talk about it. Got it.
Yeah.
So is there
No.
a time skip between the two series? What makes them so different?
There is like
It's like a 2 year time. They become teenagers.
yeah, I was gonna say it's like basically it's from preteens to teenagers. Like they take a couple of years, like 2 years I think, 2 or 3. Naruto goes with a sensei who took him in, one of the other 3 Sanin, legendary warriors. One is Jiraiya, Naruto Sensei. The other Tsunade, and the third is Orochimaru, the snake Michael Jackson.
They're actually all named and based off of a Japanese legend about basically the same thing. We can't forget that people can summon kaijus in this world as well.
What?
Oh yeah. Like those three in specific, like they summon um toads, snakes, and snails. And then there are other like summons, but that aren't mentioned a lot. Like there are also dogs. What else? Dogs, apes, a lot of stuff.
So, what is the real appeal of Naruto? Why would you sit down and watch 2 series worth of TV?
I would say it's mostly about the progression of Naruto and Sasuke going along and like Naruto trying to ultimately make his goal become Hokage. Um, but at the same time, what he views as his mission, his number one mission is if I can't save my best friend, I can't become Hokage.
Hmm.
So his whole thing is I want to save my best friend and bring him back so then I can go to become Hokage and be respected by everyone.
By the way, Sasuke doesn't know that they're best friends.
Oh, it's very
Yeah,
one-sided.
yeah. Or
Yeah, but-
Sasuke doesn't know that they're best friends until like after Shippuden.
yeah, honestly, if I was to say like who is his real best friend, I would say Shikamaru.
Yeah,
Shikamaru is
honestly.
cool. He's got the shadow ability where he can like lock your shadow and control your body.
Yeah. I was gonna say Shikamaru's dope, yeah. I would have said maybe Konohamaru, but yeah, Shikamaru's dope.
I don't know. Konohamaru is like a little brother kind of thing.
Yeah, you're right. He's the like two orphans and one's like the fake little brother, you know? Even though Konohamaru's not an orphan.
So, from what I remember watching, I know Gara was the sand guy. He was kind
Yeah,
of a jerk. Was there ever like a redemption for him?
there is in like Shippuden. Actually, no, it's after like Naruto beats the crap out of him. He starts to redeem himself and he goes back to his village, and you mainly see it during Shippuden where he's still kind of like an outcast loner and still kind of quiet most of the time, but he now has friends and he's hanging out with everyone. He's not a dickhead,
I guess that's some
and
character
he
development.
becomes he also becomes like the leader of his village.
Oh, nice.
And then
Like
he
he
dies.
gets
What?
he gets brought back. Yeah,
Hmm.
they pull the tailed beast out of him that he had, and he dies. And Naruto's like, no, I don't want him to die.
Oh,
And
did
then
he put it back in?
I think it was like one of like the elders of the village ended up sacrificing her life to bring him back, and so he didn't die.
I mean, they kind of had like a dick measuring contest with the Tails Beast. Naruto, oh, I've got the
Yeah,
9-tailed beast in me. Gara, I've got
yeah,
the 10-tailed beast in me.
So, how many of these
yeah.
tailed beasts are there? Does it only go up to 10?
There's 9 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to get all of them and combine them together to make the 10 tails.
Okay.
And the 10 tails is actually just basically Kaguya, the moon god. But
He's
you also need
inverted,
to.
basically.
Well,
It is.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Gara's
because
10-tailed is like a deformed version of it. It's not a full version.
Huh.
yeah,
I mean, we
How are the
can't forget that genetics is a huge part of One Piece, Naruto with the Hashirami cells.
oh yeah, definitely. Like you have to be. I was gonna say, don't you have to be like related to Hashirama or not Hashirama? Like one of the have Hashirama cells in you, or be some way related to him to be able to like take on the Ten Tails or some of its power or something.
Yeah, he was the first Hokage, by the way. He is like
Yeah,
the progenitor of ninjutsu.
Oh,
yeah.
so
He
when you
he's like during the entire series, like everyone's looking back at Madara as like the big bad, and then whenever they look back at like the big hero, they look back at Hashirama because he beat the fuck out of Madara.
gotcha.
He's like the yo, we were friends. You better stop that, and punches him and stops him. And but Madara has a secret plan because the bad guys always have a secret plan, you know?
Of course.
It's
So how are the action scenes? Is there a lot of fighting, or is it a
There
lot
is.
of exposition?
there's a ton of fighting. There's a huge like one of the largest arcs in the whole series is a giant war.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, literally. Oh, that reminds me. I've been playing. I was reminded of the Rock Lee drunken fighter scenes when I was playing Lost Judgment, because you have a special move you can do that's basically a drunken takedown.
Yeah, that's a really good scene. Yeah, so Mike Guy, the guy I showed you, he has an apprentice who can't use chakra. So he became really good at taijutsu. And he dresses exactly like Mike Guy because it's like
Oh
his
yeah,
second person.
yeah,
And he's like really susceptible to alcohol. So
very.
yeah.
But he's insanely good while fighting drunk.
Hmm.
Like his superpower. Give him some booze and he'll beat some ass.
You guys want to give me 1 second here? I gotta change something because I'm getting a lot of
All right,
feedback. There we go. All right,
Sure
now
thing.
I've got your audio going through the right place.
Good.
all right.
Yep, now it's not getting feedback.
I mean, okay. Can you? Is it possible for you to sell me on it in 3 or 4 sentences?
There's a lot of waifus.
That's a good point. That's fair.
A lot of hot anime chicks. Tons.
In terms of the plot, I mean, is that any good?
It's very important at one point.
Well, I'd imagine the plot's important, but is it any good?
Yeah, I mean it's good. So I would say most people would say watch Shippuden and everything. Like I would recommend to watch the original series because it sets up a lot of foundation. But
Yeah, I would say I would recommend the original series because mainly because I have nostalgia for it and I would rewatch it, and I'm going to rewatch it soon, honestly. But I just personally like both how it sets up and how it leads into it.
yeah, it's there's a lot of characters. I would say the biggest thing with the anime, the problem is there's a lot of filler. But it's really good. Like the fight scenes are really good. Like they're animated very well, and there's a lot of personal growth with the characters, especially in Shippuden, because they get it's like oh, I was there, I had these struggles, but on top of the struggles, um, they had to like you know deal with the world and almost ending. So
Hmm.
it's like normal teenage drama. Oh my god, you've got bigger boobs than me, or oh, you like that guy that I like, and then it's like, and then you have all the guys basically just discovering what a fork is.
Yeah,
And then it's like, oh hey, there's a giant tree that is absorbing everybody, and they're like in an endless dream and dying.
yeah.
So it's pretty good. I like it.
Oh,
It's
Madara.
yeah, oh Madara.
I mean, I'm probably gonna give it a watch. It's pretty close to the top of my watch next list,
Yeah,
but it
I
Oh
mean
my
sounds like
god.
a pretty large commitment.
the fights
I,
are worth it.
I just remembered a clip I saw that showed Naruto, like that showed a clip of Boruto where Naruto's an adult in Hokage.
Mm-hmm.
He's like sitting with his family, and then it cuts to like Madara. It cuts to like a kind of like it fades to, like Madara's like eyes
Mm-hmm.
with Renegon, and he like it says in his voice he goes, "So that's what your dream was, Naruto." And
I don't think we ever really. What is his ninja way again? Always being there for his. The power of friendship is very strong with the
yeah,
series.
oh yeah, definitely. His ninja ways like never back down or something, and always help my friends. His ninja ways are a lot of things. It seems like.
Um,
But
I just really like the
basically just the
fights.
power of friendship.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha. So, from what I've heard, it starts off with a blonde idiot immediately kissing his future best friend, who becomes a rival. They go out, save cats, and go on wacky adventures. They get into tournaments, which escalates into a war, and through the power of friendship, they kill a snake and fight God.
Yeah, I mean they don't kill the snake. The snake redeems himself.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I was gonna say yeah. The snake actually becomes a good guy in the end.
Really?
yeah, it's kind of funny watching him walk around town while everyone's getting ready for Naruto's wedding.
It is.
There's like a scene where he's getting chased by a bunch of bees. So it's I would say the series is really worth it, especially for the ending. The payoff ends really well.
Yeah.
It's a satisfying ending.
It is.
I, I feel as long as you like finish off at like Naruto Shippuden and don't go to Boruto, it's a satisfying ending personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because I don't have to think about how like in Boruto apparently Naruto dies and all this wacky stuff happens. I've been told by people I know that have watched it. Like I had a younger cousin that watched it and he asked me, "Are you gonna watch it?" And I told him no. What he said, then I'm gonna spoil it for you. And he was telling me all this stuff about it. I'm like, okay, I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, I think the coolest thing about Boruto is that some of the powers that the parents showed. I mean, it's kind of cool because you get to see where the parents ended up, but I don't. I mean, their kids just kind of suck.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's mainly about the kids.
Yeah, I mean, I would have
Like,
preferred just an epilogue that showed like everyone who got together and like what they do now.
same, same.
More
Like,
like a real closure.
Yeah,
yeah,
we still don't know who the hell fucked Rock Lee though.
yeah.
He's a biological
Honestly,
child, but we have no idea who
he
his mother
does.
is.
We don't.
And I want so bad to say that it's 10-10. But
That's what I thought, but
she was all over Neji.
I know. But he died.
Yeah. I think with Naruto over like with One Piece is that like characters die more often. So
Okay.
there's a little more drama there. But like with One Piece when a character dies, it's like a huge fucking event. But in Naruto they also get brought back to life. So
Well, not
Try-
all of them get like not all of them get permanently brought back to life.
well, true, some of them are just zombies for a little bit.
Yeah, like the reanimation jutsu only brings you back temporarily to like fight a zombie.
If you like
Or
hearing the same background noise for 700 and something episodes, you know, Naruto's your thing.
yeah,
Well, I think there's what? There's like 110 episodes of Naruto, and then Shippuden's like 700
I thought Shippuden was 500.
or 500. Yeah, it's a lot. What about some of the
Yeah,
movies? I
it,
mean,
it's
you watching any of the movies?
yeah. I've watched some of the movies. I haven't watched them all. Uh,
The games are
I
good.
can't. Dude, I love the Storm games. They're good,
Yeah.
especially to have someone to play with.
I mean, there's
You,
what Ninja Storm 3 is like still extremely popular to this day, and they're still updating the servers.
are they?
I think it's either 3 or 4.
I was gonna say I thought it was 4 because I heard they had another update just last year or this year for Storm 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think it's 4.
because they just gave an update that has more characters, I think,
Makes sense. All
which was a big deal.
right. Well, let's. I had to really sell him on One Piece with some specific characters. What kind of waifu material do we think we have in this series, Craig?
I know there's a cute blind girl or something.
Cute blind
Um,
girl.
She has like white eyes. What
Oh,
else you got?
that's Hinata. I think. Uh. No, that's not. That's from. I think that's how you spell her name. Um.
huh?
I'm trying to think of what waifus we have
I'm
in
talking to
Naruto.
some friends right now.
Oh, somebody
We
came
need
in.
help with.
All right, let me look them up on here.
All right.
Wow.
Um,
First thing is wallpaper.
I don't know.
I mean, who would you rate as the top 10 waifus from Naruto?
I don't know.
Too many to count.
There's a lot of named characters.
There is. I really like Ino and Sakura and Hinata.
Yeah, besides
Um,
Sakura being useless.
yeah. But besides Sakura being able to do nothing in the series, like she's kind of hot.
Well,
I'll give that to
I
her.
found a good little like tier list somebody made, so let me post that here real quick. So, looks like they even put the moon god on here.
Yeah, and put Kaguya on there. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a pretty good list.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty accurate.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I would say. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Though I would put Sakura in 10th place.
Not a fan.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, she doesn't have large tracts of land like the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well,
No,
glad to know that a deal breaker for you is that she doesn't have two giant personalities.
it's not. She actually got really annoying for a while, but
She
she
did.
redeemed herself, and I'm okay with her.
Like, yeah, the biggest reason I'm like iffy with her is because like for the longest time all she did is sat around and cried for an archer to do something.
No, she cried about Sasuke. Just
Oh
kinda-
yeah, and then yeah, she also cried about Sasuke, but whenever something bad happened, she'd cry for help for Naruto or cry for help in general
Yeah, I
and
also
not do anything.
also like 1010, so I think I'm gonna show her real quick. There's nothing special about her. I just thought she had a cool design and she had a cool power because she just used weapons.
Yeah, I really did like her ninja art where she used rolls to summon a ton of weapons.
There's like no flattering images of her at all. She's kind of seen as like the tomboy character.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some like good fan art. There's nothing official. She's like very. I don't even know how to explain it. Formal looking constantly. Well, I don't know. This is a pretty cool, pretty nice picture of her face at least. There we go.
Huh.
Yep. She has a cool move where she uses like chain sickles and she can do like it's called like twin dragons or something. It's pretty neat. But she kind of gets pushed to being like only a support character way later on where she's just like answering
Yeah.
phone calls.
Well, I have promised a friend of mine that I would watch Naruto with him. So it's definitely on the list, like I said. And I'll give you an updated opinion once I've had the chance to watch all of it. As of now, it seems interesting. Not something that I would particularly enjoy, but people who know me well have told me that I am wrong and that I would greatly enjoy it.
There's a better picture of Tintin.
So I'm going to Clockwork Orange myself
That is a
through
really good
watching
picture.
Naruto.
I think it's worth it. Especially if you want to maybe understand more pulp culture with anime in America, because Naruto's like a big deal here.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty big here in the States.
Oh. Well, you guys have anything else you want to add or ask?
Not off the top of my head. I really appreciate the insight, Craig.
No problem. It's one of my favorite anime. It's one of the first anime I watched actually.
Yeah, it's really simple when you try to boil it down to things. It's not as crazy as as One Piece. The power
Yeah.
level, like the powers basically are pretty consistent. It's not like, oh, there's a power system and then like halfway through there's a whole another power system. Unless you
It's just
counted like Sage mode, but that's just going Super Saiyan.
it's consistent.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just like a level. That's like a brief power up for a time.
I would say Naruto's fights are a lot more tactical. So if you like more tactic based stuff, I think you'd really like it.
Absolutely do.
Yeah, it does like go heavy into tactics during a lot of its ordeals, and like outsmarting each other and a, a lot of crazy stuff sometimes. But to a um to an extent, it's not too crazy.
I think it's very good for especially like newer people getting into anime. So
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you're a veteran weeb, but
Wouldn't say that. I'm a connoisseur.
there
Is
you
the
go.
better term. But yeah, Craig, I appreciate you bestowing your Naruto knowledge on me.
Well, I
It has
appreciate you guys
not
having
fallen on
me.
deaf ears.
Well, all right. If that's everything here, we will wrap this up. Thank you guys all for listening. Thank you, Chip and Craig, for being here. Hope you guys had a good time. Leave stuff in the comments below. Send a little carrier pigeon, ring a little bell, give a little kiss, and go watch some Naruto, because I mean you can watch it like anywhere, so it's very readily available.
As long
Watch
as it's
it
not
illegally for
Boruto.
free.
And
But
we
don't
will call it there. See you guys.